Today we are going to talk about masks. We're going to talk about haircuts, just having way too much stuff. We're going to talk about the coronavirus and the stay-at-home mandates. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so that way you'll see more videos that I put out. Click on the little bell if you want to get notified to know when I'm putting them out. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're interested in this topic material. Feel free to put any questions or comments down below. I got a question for you. Have you ever thought about living in a van down by the river? Hi, I'm Christy, your hostess with the mostest, and this is the Laugh or Cry podcast. We're going to talk about comedy, music, movies, and anything pop culture. And today we are going to talk about masks, haircuts, just having too much stuff. We're going to talk about the coronavirus and we're going to talk about stay-at-home mandates. So stay tuned. Like my mask, we're going to be talking about these and so much more. So I decided to go ahead. I had 1 or 2 masks already, but I decided to buy an actual real mask. The kind I have are the kind like when it's cold, you pull up and it looks like a zombie, which I love. It's in the car, or else I'd show you. But then I thought I'd buy one of these that has the little, goes around your ears, covers up everything. And it has a unicorn that says, "I poop magic." How could I say no? And it came super quick. It feels like it's cotton, pretty thick, a few different layers. I'll put the link down below if you want to get some. I was very impressed. I didn't know when you see something that pops up on Facebook like, oh man, is this going to be like a rip-off? Is it going to take 2 months before I get it? But it came pretty quickly, so I'm excited about that. So yes, I'm very pro-mask. I think after all this is done and over with, I'm still going to be wearing masks. One, it feels fun to me to walk into the store with this whole thought of, do they think I'm going to rob the place? It's kind of exciting. It gives me that little burst of energy and enthusiasm that I'm looking for in my life. Something else I think I'm going to buy more of, I just ordered them on Facebook, more of these fans. Because it's Memorial Day here in Nashville, as it is, I guess, everywhere in the country, and it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. 91, which may not sound like much to you, but in Tennessee, 91 equates to 110. The dogs are exhausted right now. They're rolling around, so they'll be making some noise. But yeah, it's bad when the dogs are outside and they're demanding to come in. So, but I figure I haven't done my podcast in a while, so I thought I would get comfortable and we would have an episode today. Just random free thinking talking, drinking a little vino because it's good for the heart. That's another thing. During this quarantine, I have hardly drank at all. So booze was not what was keeping me fat. Good to know. If I've learned anything from this coronavirus pandemic, self-quarantine, stay-at-home mandates, it's that I don't know if I can go back to wearing bras ever again or pants with no elastic in the waistband. Oh my God. Elastic waistbands, one of the greatest inventions ever. Next to Febreze, and now Dawn spray pump. I don't mean to do a commercial, and I'm not trying to. I thought it was going to be a total waste of my money, but I thought I'll buy it anyway. It looks like a hand soap thing, but it's for your plates. You only need like a half a pump. It cleans everything. I'm going to preach this to the rafters that, I'm going to buy that from now on. Dawn's great. The little squirt dispenser, fantastic. Something I bought before the quarantine is a little Baby Yoda bobblehead, and it finally came in the mail. Because, Disney, I don't know what they were thinking. They could have made a killing this past Christmas on Yoda merchandise, Baby Yoda merchandise, or the child, as they call it. It's Baby Yoda. But they didn't. They waited to release it in May. And I'm like, that's just so much money. And I'm sure they got to be kicking themselves with this whole pandemic happening because you're screwed yourself out of money. How cute is this? How freaking cute is Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda. Little songs have been made about it. I'm obsessed, as you know. Baby Yoda is my god now, next to the Big Lebowski. Another section there altogether. Another thing I don't know if I can go back to when we get to real life or normal, whatever that is. I don't know that I'm going to have the conscious function of being able to hold in farts anymore. I've just been letting them loose here. Who am I impressing? The dogs who constantly are farting in my face. So yeah, I've been just letting them rip, and the little toots as you walk. Oh man, I was doing that down the hallway of the apartment and didn't realize it. I'm like, thank God there's no one around. I'm just free farting. Free farting. But I just don't care. Everyone's like, oh, we've got cabin fever. We've got to get out. Oh, when's this going to be over so we can get out and go to restaurants? I'm loving this myself. I am loving this. You know what? Other than the couple of days of not working, my life has not changed one bit. I've indented the couch to the same degree I've always indented the end of that couch. I'm getting in my old age to not like people in general. My great-grandmother, I think she suffered from agoraphobia because she never left the house. I remember when I was a kid, she might go to the store, but she would stay in the car. And like I said, the summers here are freaking hot as hell. But she'd stay in the car smoking her cool cigarettes while we ran into the store. And I never understood her not wanting to leave the house until now. Now at the age of 47, I totally get it. Because most people are idiots. I've found that when I leave the house, invariably, I'm going to run into somebody who's completely stupid, and I don't know how they've lived this entire life remembering to breathe in and out. It's either someone cutting you off in the traffic or somebody who doesn't know common courtesies coming in and out of stores. I've just found I just don't like the general public much. I love people, and oh man, when I was younger, I really loved people, but I don't know. I'm really liking this whole, I'm supposed to stay at home and not go out? Okay, I'm good with that. I can do that. I've seen memes going around, and I so agree. Like you people that said, $1 million, would you live in this cabin alone for a year? You totally failed. That was heaven. I did that for nothing right now for 2 months, and it was everything I dreamed it could be. I would leave the house to walk the dogs a few times a day. And maybe once every week and a half, go do a supply run, is what I call it, Walking Dead terminology. Do a supply run to the grocery store. But otherwise, I'm cool. I'm cool just sitting here, being quasi-productive. That's fine with me. I am totally good with that. So I don't know if I could go back to paying for food in restaurants. I'm so accustomed to preparing every meal I have here, plus a bag of Cheetos, I can't imagine going to a restaurant and paying the crazy markup just for them to make something I can make myself. So I don't know how that's going to go back. I don't know how I can pay for someone else to cook my food for me. And you people with your, oh my God, I've got to leave. I need a haircut. Oh, my haircut. Oh. And now hairdressers are spreading the coronavirus like crazy. I've heard of a couple of different salons where the person had tested and they went and got their hair done, and then they found that they were positive and called the salon to tell them, oh yeah, by the way, found out I'm positive. And now you've got all these hairdressers that are coming down with it and spreading it. People that just had to go to church who've spread it to all their church members. No, I'm good staying at home. And I don't get the whole, I've got to get my hair cut. I've been cutting my own hair since I was 14. I know it probably shows. That's not the point. I've decided I'm fine. I'm not going to worry about going and getting my hair cut. I've even let it started growing back its natural color of purple. So the dogs are making some noise, making a bed. Apologize, the scratchies. So, and I found everyone wonders, oh, what do the dogs do all day when you're not home? You know what the dogs do all day when you're not home? Sleep. That's all they do. Sleep. They might get up to drink some water, eat, pee, and then they're sleeping again. And I have adopted those habits myself, so it's working out for me. But yes, sleep, that's all they're doing. They don't care about you. Sleep is all that they are doing. But no, the dogs don't do anything all day while you're gone. They don't care about you. And in fact, I think they're a little annoyed that I'm here all the time, if I'm being quite honest. I've also done an evaluation that I get up, I go to the bathroom, walk the dogs, maybe come to the kitchen to eat something, sit on that couch. I don't use 90% of I don't use 90% of my apartment or anything that's in it. Most of what is in it, I don't even use. I don't even touch. I was going through trying to find something the other day, and I found stuff, I didn't even know I owned this. I'm realizing all I need, 3 pairs of pants, 3 shirts, last me a week. Yeah, I'm on day 2 or 3 of this shirt, you know. I don't need nearly as many clothes as I have. I haven't even stepped foot in my closet or cracked open the dresser in months, even before this happened. I've got a system. When my clothes are dirty, they go into the washer to sit until the washer gets full. I wash them, they go in the dryer, and the dryer acts as my dresser. It is basically holding all of my clothes till I'm ready to wear them. So the dresser has been eliminated out of things that I need. So 3 pairs of pants, 3 shirts, maybe a sweater or hoodie. That's all I really need. And I've got this closet full of clothes that I'm just going to get rid of because how many times do I wear long sleeves? Ever. I might wear a sweater, like I said, or a hoodie every now and then, but for the most part, it's t-shirts. I dress like a 10-year-old boy. I get that, but I'm comfortable. And like I said, I'm 47, going through perimenopause. Yeah, I'm just going for comfort now. Did I mention the elastic waistband pants? Yes. Be glad I'm not drinking this out of a jelly jar. I thought I'd fancy it up for you, the wine that I'm drinking. Now, in between bouts of self-pity and crying, I've tried to keep myself productive. I kind of haven't really been using the little app on my phone, Duolingo. I'm trying to learn Italian and also Spanish, and they're so similar, I'm kind of getting confused as to what language I'm speaking, so that's fun. But yeah, I'm at least trying. But ukulele, that is becoming my instrument. I am loving me some ukulele. I've been trying to learn for over a year, learning some David Bowie, some Queen, some The Band, all kinds of different rock and stuff. You know, Hallelujah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm learning right now. Where is my mind? Who doesn't love some Pixies, right? And I knew the band before Fight Club, so it's so funny when anybody mentions the Pixies, Where is my mind? That's the first thing that they bring up, and I'm like, it was in a movie? Because I just know it from the band, so yay. Frankie Black. Black Frankie. Goes by both, I guess. I am on unemployment for the first time in 20 years. That's just frightening. I love how some people are like, oh, people are making more on unemployment than they were making at work. Who are these people? Because it's not me. I am not making more than I was making before. And yeah, I'm kind of shitting my pants a little bit. Thank God the landlord is like, we're going to just kind of stagger your payments. But I'm hearing like in Tampa and some other places, landlords are like, nope, your little time frame's up, the memoriam or whatever for paying your rent. It's either paying full or get out. So that's scary as shit. And I'm constantly thinking, oh, the hammer's going to drop any day and I'm ready to go live in the car. So it came up on Facebook or something like that, these videos of people living in their van. And I'll tell you how it started. There was a football player who used to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I forget his name. But he was playing for them, retired, decided to get rid of his furniture, donate it to charity, kept some clothes and stuff, and then just moved into a van, got a dog from an animal shelter. How awesome is that? And he's just, living in his van. Last time I checked, he's still doing it. Like hot summer months, or maybe it's winter months, he'll go back to Florida, get an apartment for about 3 months so he's not traveling in winter, and then he's back out on the road again. How awesome is that? So I guess I watched that one video, and then all these other videos start popping up about it. Man, you talk about binge watching Netflix and binge watching, Hulu. I'm binge watching these van life videos. I am obsessed like a dog with a bone. I'm thinking, okay, I was planning on being homeless anyway with this whole pandemic the way it's going. Why not voluntarily do it? I mean, I'm excited. I'm actually excited about the idea. Looking at some of these granted, I know I have zero carpentry skills, but I'm like, looking at some of these people that are doing it, some of them don't look like the sharpest tool in the shed, so if they can do it, surely I can find a YouTube, tutorial on how to make a shelf, or damn, buy a shelf from Lowe's and screw it into the wall. How hard is that? I've learned so much about insulation, solar panels, all this, and just watching for the last 2 months all these videos. It's amazing. And you're saving your money on rent. And the people, oh, well, think of all this money that you're spending in the forefront. Okay, say you're spending $20,000 for a used van that's in good shape. Some are like, oh, I bought my van for $5,000. Yeah, but it's got 6 bajillion miles on it, and it's probably going to drop a transmission. I want to get something that's at least reliable, but used, because God knows when you buy new, you're just pissing your money away. And then let's say it costs about $5,000-6,000 to do all you want to do in it. Okay, $25,000. How much am I spending on rent and electricity and everything else? It's like, okay, all right. And then I own it afterwards? Okay. Oh, but how are you going to be comfortable in it? And what about the dogs? That's part of the great thing. If I can figure out a way of making money where I don't have to be stationary here, it gets hot, freaking hot like it is right now. You know what temperature it is right now in San Diego? 72. The perfect temperature, 72. Gets really hot, go up to Oregon, Washington. When they open the border, Canada. Gets wintertime, let's head back to California, New Mexico, Florida. Get a little heat going in the wintertime. Be a snowbird. I think it sounds fantastic. I don't see any negatives. And right now, I'm spending all my time, like I said, sucked into the TV, binge watching shows. And this would force me to be more productive in writing and filming and everything else. Which I'm spending tons of time with the dogs, don't get me wrong. But just the thought of being in nature, I am never more calm or more happy than when we go out before it got really hot. And Freddie, my oldest dog, he just wants to sit. He wants to sit underneath a tree, watch people walk by, just like an old man would. I love doing that. It is so comfortable. You become so calm. You're breathing in clean air, hopefully clean air. Well, the air is so much cleaner now that everybody's damn asses in their house and not polluting. So, whole nother subject there. And I cut my cable, a few months before this even happened, probably around Christmas, because I was so tired of paying way too much for cable. And now that I'm just doing the straight up internet, I'm borrowing Hulu and Netflix, and I pay $25 a month for Philo, which Philo, it's got my murder channels. I'm watching a lot of Hallmark. The only reason I'm watching Hallmark is they got Magnum PI. Now I know why I like tall guys with hairy chests. But they've got my murder channels, if I didn't mention that before. Love my murder channels. And all the channels I would like, they've got. And I'm paying a fraction of what I was paying for cable. I feel like an idiot for not getting rid of it so much sooner. And then there's so many free channels or apps or whatever you want to call it that's on, because I've got the little Roku. I've got the Roku. So I get all these channels that I can download or upload or whatever from free in the world. Pluto. Oh my God, Pluto's great. There is even a channel that has nothing but the Munsters and Addams family. Love it. Love it. So I'm deciding for the first time in years, felt like I was having a little bit of a breakdown like I did 20 years ago. My life took a little turn with losing jobs and just, So 1999 and 2000, not my best year. So 20 years later, I feel like I'm going through that whole thing again. And instead, I'm going to take control. Because the way the market is in Nashville, I'm never going to be able to afford a house unless I win the lottery or just something monumental happens. But I can afford to get a van, and I can afford to do whatever I want to with it. And no one's going to charge me property tax on it, and no one is going to foreclose on it. I'll have it paid off, and I'll own it. Sure, it could break down, but hopefully by then I could afford a plot of land, and I can just park that sucker on it and live out of that too. So these are my grandiose, crazy scheme plans, but it makes sense to me, and I think I want to go for it. So wish me luck. I've actually gone ahead and started buying little bits here and there. Like I've bought a couple of 170 watt solar panels that I saw for like on sale on Amazon. I bought like a little cassette toilet because you got to pee. I bought little things for plumbing and little things for electric, like a little solar powered generator. So I'm super excited about the possibility of being homeless. So let's hope everything works out accordingly and I can continue this and put more time and effort into it. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble on. If you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you liked the content, give me a thumbs up. Put any questions or comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And hopefully see you soon.